Hey all, Flame here, and today we are taking a look at Persona 3 Reload. This is a game that I've been looking forward to for quite a little while now actually, because last year I played through the HD port they put out of Persona 3 Portable and beat that for the first time, and I had a great time with it. I really enjoyed the story, I like the characters, just the general tone of the game. And what Reload is a complete ground-up remake of Persona 3. So it's not really borrowing elements from the other re-releases like Persona 3 Fez or Persona 3 Portable. It's got entirely new assets, there's probably going to be some minor story changes here and there, and we've also got some absolutely beautiful new animations here. There's something about Atlas games that they always seem to just absolutely ooze style, and just from the start here, it seems like this game is no exception. We've also got new music kicking in here, as you can hear. And of course Lotus Juice is back. They couldn't really do a Persona 3 remake without Lotus Juice. I feel like there's something that it's a very anime OP kind of thing, where it's just flashing up all these characters you haven't met yet, which in itself looks really cool, but you have that extra level of appreciation when you come back to it and you now know all the characters that they're showing off to you. God, I really like the use of colour here as well. It's something else that is also a very anime OP kind of thing, where by restricting the colours, they actually end up making it pop more than it usually would. I had an MP3 player that looked like that back when this was set. Well, actually, I had mine quite a few years before this was set. That kind of MP3 was already outdated at this point. But I'm getting off track already. Persona 3 Reload, press any button. Let's see what we've got going on settings-wise. It's a very basic setting list by the look of it. Do I want auto text? I feel like I'll just do it manually for now. Maybe keep everything default. I always get nervous when I see the inverted controls options, because some games invert them naturally, some games don't. So I think I'll play it by ear and I can change it if I need to. Let's get into the game proper. See, I usually play through Persona stuff on normal, like Shin Megami Tensei stuff in general on normal, so I feel like I'll do that here. Begin the game at normal difficulty. I assume that means that you can change partway through, which is something not every SMT game allows for. You have a single year. Go forth and live in the time given to you. It's nice to see that the central theming that they had in the original version of Persona 3 is still the central theme going on here, the way they introduced that to you right off the bat. I feel like I should say just off the bat that the Persona 3 protagonist, this guy here, he's probably one of my favourite RPG protag designs out there.
And then
Let's go.
Come on. There's no way I can't.
Yeah, Yukari is best girl. I feel like that's also something that I should establish right away.
at Port Island. Please board before the scheduled departure time.
It's nearly 12. That's some good lighting. Okay, we playing off the bat, are we? Better hurry up. Oh, this is another thing I saw talked about. The fact that the protag now talks in these speech bubbles in first person rather than it being a second person, like addressing the player, which is interesting. I kind of always quite liked the second person address because it made you feel like you're part of the game, but it also added a bit of distance to a fairly mysterious protag. I suppose this does work too. What else have we got? Looks like the entire station is underground construction. I'm pretty sure this was all just a cutscene in the original version. Can we get the vending machine drink? Power's out, so I guess we can't. Yeah, I want to have a look at everything here. The light in the phone booth is off. Guess the power's out. Like, I'm kind of establishing a bit of a trend here. Oh, we're going to have to walk along the strip mall as well. Oh yeah, this was definitely all just cutscene in the original version of the game. We're back to the dorm. It's looking how I remember it, just obviously a lot prettier. Persona 3 Reload, there we go. Are we gonna get confronted right away like we did beforehand?
Welcome.
Oh.
You're late. I've been waiting a long time. If you wish to proceed, sign your name here. There's no need to be scared. All it says is that you accept full responsibility for your actions.
But what if I don't want to accept responsibility for my actions? So, we have names here. Is it asking me for my first name or last name? Gonna have to just take a guess and say that it's asking for the given name here. Makoto Yuki. I'm pretty sure that's his canon name. Let's roll with that. Did I spell that correctly? Now you're making me self-conscious, so I am going to double check. Okay, yes, I have spelled that correctly. I hate when it does this because it always makes me paranoid. New little touch is making us sign it with a feather.
Good. Time is something no one can escape. It delivers us all to the same end. You can't plug your ears or cover your eyes. And so, it begins.
And these in-engine animations are really nice.
Who's there?
And now for the confrontation.
How are you here at this hour? Don't tell me.
Wait!
Please tell me the why do you have a gun option is going to be available to us here.
The lights.
Please let us ask why she has a gun.
My name is Mitsuru Kirijo. I'm one of the students who live in this dorm.
Who's he?
He's a transfer student. It was a last-minute decision to assign him here. He'll eventually be moved to a room in the boys' dorm.
Let me ask why you have a gun.
I guess we'll see. This is Yukari Takeba. She'll be a second year this spring, just like you.
Call me Takeba.
Why do you have a gun? Okay, let's do it.
Huh? Well, it's sort of like a hobby?
You're not really helping your case.
Not a hobby, but...
This
You know
game
how it
does
is
have
these
a
days.
new
It's for
voice cast,
self-defense.
and from what we've heard so far,
It's not a real gun.
they do sound okay. Like, the mysterious boy
Getting
sounds
late.
quite a bit different,
You'll
but
find
these
your room at
two
the
at
end of
least
the hall
capture
on
the
the second
spirit
floor.
of the roles they're in.
Your things should already be there. Why don't you get some rest?
Those mysterious a bit softer
I'll show you
spoken
the
than
way.
I remember her
Follow
being.
me.
I'm really liking the character models a lot. Like, Yukari there looks fantastic here.
Here's your room. Pretty easy to remember, huh? Since it's all the way at the end here.
No, trust me, I will find a way to
Do you
get
have any
lost.
questions?
Ah, what's that contract for?
Huh? Contract?
I ain't
What are
signed
you
shit.
talking about?
Yeah, again in the first person.
Can I ask you something? On your way here from the station, was everything okay?
Define okay.
You don't know? I guess that means you're fine.
There's a bit of
That's
blood
okay.
and
Don't worry about it then.
a lot of green. It's all fine.
I'd better get going.
I know there is like an auto advanced text thing, but I remember from Portable
I'm
it
sure
went
you still have
awkwardly
questions,
fast,
but
so I'm a
let's
little
save
bit
them for
nervous
later,
about putting that
okay?
on.
Good night.
Okay, here is our room. Looks just as empty and a place to dump latecomer as I remember it being. Okay, so in the previous versions of the game, you would have to save in set points in the dorm or in the classroom. Here, it's just saying that you can press start here to save, which is interesting. And it goes a lot snappier than I remember it as well. Purchase DLC can be redeemed by checking the closet in your room. I imagine that's like outfits from the other games, so I haven't got to worry about that. What else have we got here? I see my tired face reflected in the mirror. I should go to sleep early today. That's probably a good idea. I like how we got a little mini map in the bottom left this time around, because like the dorms and whatnot, there's nowhere really that confusing layout wise from what I remember, but it's nice to have a reference point anyway. But yeah, just the general presentation already is leaving a fantastic impression on me. It's like what I mentioned earlier on, Atlas have a fantastic sense of style. And although this isn't overdoing it to the same way that something like 5 did, it's definitely looking pretty
Good
astounding.
morning. Did you sleep okay? I've been asked to show you the way to school. Are you ready to go?
Who would say I can find it myself when you got a pretty girl here offering to walk with you? Come on.
Great, let's set out. This is how we'll be getting to school every day. It's a monorail. Pretty cool, huh?
I heard those things were awful loud.
I honestly love the ride here. It almost feels like we're flying over the ocean. Oh, by the way, our school's at the last stop on this line. It's called Tatsumi Port Island. Have you heard of it? The whole thing's man-made, and our school's smack dab in the middle. Oh look, there it is now.
God, it's so pretty. I know me constantly saying that it's gonna get old fast, but like, man.
Morning.
I did see a couple of shortcuts in the animation, like when the train was going along the rail, but
Well, here
that
we
ain't
are.
gonna take away from it
Allow
for
me to
me.
welcome you to Gekukan High School. I hope you like it.
Oh, the music's setting in.
From here, right? Let's see. I guess you should go see your homeroom teacher first. The faculty office is over there on the left. They'll tell you more when you get there. Well, that about does it. Any questions before I go?
Yeah, what class are you in?
Me? I don't know. I haven't looked at the classroom assignments yet. Hey, about last night. Don't tell anyone what you saw, okay?
That's not gonna sound bad if anyone overhears. Alright, let's see how much of the school's layout I remember from Portable. It's like, Portable's the only one that I've beat, but I have seen plenty of the other versions of the game, like the PS2 version, so I sort of know my way around mostly, but it's also been about a year or so since I played this, so you know. I have the worst teacher ever. Yeah, I had some rough ones.
Oh, there it is. Class F, huh? Homeroom teacher is... What? Miss Toriumi? I guess she is older than me, but I was hoping to be with Miss Kano.
That is another change that's been made. Apparently all the social link cutscenes are fully voiced this time around. Like, not just the special ones, which is kind of a big deal. That's a lot of lines of dialogue that they've had to get proper voicing for, and I suppose this is probably a much higher budget game than the PS2 versions were, given they were obviously sort of held together at points.
Now, listen closely. A true man should always carry the fiery soul of a samurai within them. Our school curriculum nurtures the samurai spirit within our students so that they contribute to society.
Oh la la, how wonderful! I wish to set my soul on
I suppose
fire
that is a
and
fitting
learn the
voice
ways of
for
the great
Beeb
samurai
here.
also.
Is it Beeb or Beebe? I can't remember.
Here, my boy. Though you hail from a foreign land, the samurai spirit burns within you all the same.
Right, I'm looking for the faculty office. Yeah, let's go for a piss before we do it. Okay. It's one of the few games where this is a genuine feature. Whenever I see cherry blossoms in full bloom, it feels like springtime has finally arrived. Yeah, those are appropriate thoughts for that. What have we got going on? That's the faculty office. Yeah, let's go in, do what we got to do in here. Ma'am? You gonna acknowledge me? There we go.
Oh, are you the new student? Huh. You're a second year, correct?
Okay, Miss Toriumi's facial
Wow,
animation's
you've lived in a lot
not
of
quite
different
as good
places.
as some of the others, I gotta say.
Let's see. 10 years ago, your parents... I'm sorry. I've been so busy, I didn't have time to read this beforehand. I'm Ms. Toriumi. I teach composition. Welcome to our school.
What's your first name?
You don't need to know my first name. Don't ask such things of a teacher.
Oh, come on! Just being friendly. Maybe I could have got a different response if I had enough charm to be smooth. So they've got all the New Game Plus stuff
Have you seen
already.
classroom assignments? You're in 2F. That's my class.
Well, since
But
we got
first,
off on
we
the
need to go
right
to the
foot,
auditorium.
clearly.
The welcoming ceremony will be starting soon. Come on, I'll show you the way.
I wanna go with Yukari.
And so, another new school year is upon us. I'd like each of you to remember the proverb. If a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. When applied to student
This
life,
guy's voice makes him sound like an actual human this time, and I'm not sure how to feel about that.
Psst. Hey, you came to school with Takeba-san this morning, right? I saw you two walking together. You must be pretty close, huh? What's the deal between you and her? Oh, and does she have a boyfriend? Nobody seems to know.
Everyone can hear this. Let's do the VT answer. She does, and it's me.
Man, I knew it.
Oh.
I mean, why wouldn't she, right? Wait, how close are you guys?
I feel like I'm about to get in a fight here.
Someone's talking.
Sounds like it's coming from Miss Toriumi's class.
Hey, shh. Be quiet. You're gonna get me in trouble.
I kind of don't care. We're gossiping. This is important. Here he is.
How's it going? What? Don't look at me like that.
Endure? Or what do you want? What do you want? Yeah, that's probably fitting for Junpei.
Oh, come on. Let me introduce myself at least. Call me Junpei. Junpei Iori.
Sounding a bit high-pitched there,
I transferred here when
Junpei.
I was a second year in middle school. It's pretty tough being the new kid at first, you know? So I just wanted to say, hey, see what a nice guy I am? Hey, it's Yucatan! Didn't think we'd be in the same class again.
There you go again, acting like everybody's best friend.
He is just trying to be
Try
friendly,
not
to be
make him
fair.
uncomfortable, okay?
What? I was
Yeah,
just
like he
being
says.
friendly.
If you say so. Anyway, who'd have thought we'd be in the same homeroom?
I'm okay with this. It must be fate. I didn't have the courage. Oh, that's a shame. Come on.
Anyway,
Let me
who'd
be
have thought
confident
we'd
off
be
the
in
bat.
same homeroom?
Yeah, I know.
Funny, huh?
Hello? Are you forgetting I'm in this class too?
Kinda. Not gonna lie.
I gotta ask. I heard you guys walk to school together. What's up with that? Come on. Give me the dirt.
Huh? What are you talking about? We just happen to live in the same dorm. Why do people always jump to conclusions? Have rumors been spreading about this already? Now I'm worried. Hey, you didn't tell anyone about you know what, did you?
I'm pretty sure last time she said you didn't tell anyone about last night, and that just made it worse. Yeah, you know what? Let's make her explain.
Don't tell me you forgot already. Seriously, don't.
Oh, there we go. There's the line.
Night, okay?
Yeah, well, I definitely remembered that. I think a lot of the script is the same, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few changes here and there.
What?
Last night?
Please don't do that voice. It's like, Junpei is a hard character to replace, because, like, Junpei, the voice that Vic Mignogna gave him in the original is just such a distinct and spot-on voice for him. If you swap out Vic, then it's gonna be a hard job for someone else to step into.
I have to go now. There's something I need to take care of for the archery team. You better not start any more rumors.
And I think it was Michelle Ruff who voiced Yukari in the original, and again the new voice. It's kind of capturing the spirit, like I said earlier, but it's not quite there.
But hey, it's your first day here, and people are already talking about you. Believe it or not, she's actually pretty popular. You're the man. Well, here's to a fun school year, dude. You're ready to head out? We can walk to the station together. Yo!
Let's see what else is going on at school. So he's going to follow us around. This is something new, I think. Club teaching student. Going to join a club or something? I'm still thinking about it. We'll see. You have to socialise and be considerate of other people. No, the worst thing ever. I guess it's a good way to make new friends, but I also just want to enjoy high school, you know? I'd say I didn't hate school, but it had its moments where my patience was tested, I'll say that much.
Yeah. No.
Let's see, let's work me way down. I doubt you have to actually explore everything in the school. I like that you can just walk through people so they don't get in the way there. Who's this? Missouri Superfan, I remember this chick. Yeah, she gets almost like stalker tier at one point.
You think
Yeah,
so?
that's like the absolute big snitch guy. I remember his social link annoying me at certain points. Because he kind of gets into this mindset where you have to just blindly agree with his authority from what I remember. But, yeah, no. Can you not talk about us while we're here, if that's okay? That was a quick load, that's actually impressive. I'm playing this on the Series X, so I've got it running off an SSD, but still. It's nice to have a modern 60 FPS, beautifully animated JRPG like this, because I don't really play new games that often, so when I see stuff like this, I'm really impressed.
Thinking about joining a club? Oh wait, new members gotta wait a while before they can apply.
No, that's a shame.
Your stop's at Iwatodai, right? Worms, man, must be nice. Talk about living life wild and free. Well, I'm going this way, so see you tomorrow.
Precocious girl. Everyone's excited because school's starting, but I don't really care. The news has been really weird lately. I even saw some policemen around earlier. Let's see, what else can we do while we're here? Police and empty-gazed man. We received a call from this area. Is everything okay? Not this again. It's the same as that weird syndrome being reported all over the news. So did the guy with the syndrome manage to actively call the police? I'm not sure if that lines up. I'm not sure how I feel about these characters just being completely static either. That's something that I've seen some other people bring up. But the fact that, you know, they're obviously the filler characters and I don't expect them to be completely animated all the time. But when you've got this lived-in area where some of the people are moving around like that, and then you've got, like, just standing here with a pram. Oh, the cat did move. I was just looking at the fence and the cat there, but I better keep my distance. But, like, yeah, the cat is mostly static, and then occasionally he just licks his paw, which I suppose is kind of fair for how cats tend to be. I guess the new school semester started. I was wondering why I've been seeing so many students around. Do you not keep track of this? This new version of the song sounds really good as well. The cat-loving boy. My friend has a cat and it's so cute. Why don't you go round to the other section we were just in? There's a cat there you can go play with, mate. It's fine. I should probably stop talking to everyone and anyone for the time being, because I realise I'm meant to be showing off the game here, not just every line of text. But, you know, we've got a nice town map. It's basically the same layout as I remember it, but we're off to the dorm now, so let's make our way back home. Is this out the front of our dorm? This is a lot more active than I remember. Because like, the thing is, in Portable, because it's got the just general overworld thing rather than you actually walking around in the areas, you just have the static images, and it's kind of hard to get a feel for just how much traffic there is by some of the major areas, because the portrait for the dome is literally just the front door of the dome, and you see, I think, this lamppost here, and that's about it. Should I go back in the dorm? Yeah, might as well. Might as well get a move on. Actually make ourselves useful.
Welcome back.
How was your first day at school? It was not too bad. I'm not gonna make a fuss.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go get some rest already. It does sort of speed you along early on from what I remember, although saying that, it has gave us a lot more opportunity to walk around than the other one. Let's have a little listen to the dorm theme for a minute. Yeah, they've changed it up. I think I prefer the original one, but the original one's got that much more punch to it.
By the way,
yeah, so we're not able to go out at night yet, which checks out. Just looking over your shoulder if you don't mind. How about you? See, this is 2009, so she's only got a regular flip phone, so it's not even like she's just dicking around on Twitter or whatever. She's just staring at the white screen. But this is something that I feel like I probably could bring up here, that I have seen also as a criticism that the Digital Foundry guys brought up. But the lighting in the dorm here, it is a bit bright, and I don't think that in itself is a problem, but the dorm had such a distinct dark mood to it in the original versions of the game that I feel like it loses that a little bit when you've got just entire lighting all over the place. And again, it makes sense. This is realistic lighting. The save points are there or not? My name's also listed. See, that is what would be your save point, but yeah. It does take away from the somber mood that this area had in the original. And Persona 3 in general has a very good somber mood that I hope outside of the lighting does manage to hold up. Because it feels like such a cool setting for a game, and it isn't afraid to go dark without overstepping its way into being edgy, which is kind of hard to do. See, this song, it's got very similar instrumental to the original, but Lotus Juice is giving it more of a laid-back R&B kind of rap delivery rather than just going full-on, like, hard bars with it. I don't know much about rap, that's probably very obvious. Let's check the radiator. It's a heating and cooling unit. It's not turned on because it's a comfortable temperature this season. I don't like having the radiator on in my room. Like, if it gets too hot, if it gets too cold for me, I'll just put extra layers on.
Have you seen the newspapers lately? There's a lot going on.
I know. Severe cases of apathy syndrome are suddenly developing in people who showed no symptoms prior. It's been quite a topic of discussion.
Not sure how I feel
They
about
say
these
it's
line
due to
reads.
stress, but
I mean, I'm not an expert on voice acting, so take my opinions as they are, but
it's not worth my time.
like, he sounds fine, but Mitsu's
Level
voice, it sounds a bit, I am obviously reading off a script.
Worry. I'm just getting a little practice.
this isn't a game, Akihiko.
That was better. Ba, ba, ba. Persona 3 soundtrack is genuinely a fantastic RPG soundtrack, so whenever I hear the little hooks like getting me, it's like pulling them back out, you know. The soundtrack's a little bit uncanny here, given it's got a similar kind of tone to the original, but it's just a little bit different.
Okay, time for class.
Are they gonna do a quiz here? Because I'm not good at the quizzes. I don't know much about any Japanese history stuff. Why, when I recorded it, I used a guide for these. For example, you think tasty bamboo shoots and vivid carp streamers would symbolise spring. I hadn't thought of that, but okay. I'm not paying attention. Which one symbolises summer? That would be the vivid carp streamers one. Yep, that's just how the social stats work. There's different things you can do throughout the course of the game that up your stats, and as you saw from some of the options earlier, some of them are gated off behind having either good academics, good charm, or good courage. So you can make an effort to boost your social stats, and that kind of just opens up more options to you. I'm pretty sure she said summer was the vivid carp streamers one.
Exactly.
See, I'm smart. I paid attention for like a minute. I think they've changed some of these, or they might have changed all of them actually. Can I nod off now?
You're a lifesaver.
See, how come the other students all managed to clock onto the fact that I helped him, but somehow the teacher didn't? Oh, they've got proper animations for this now. Got proper UI for it. That's cool. Because like in the earlier versions of the game, it would just give a line of text and you were meant to keep track of it. I will say, some of the stuff that I'm saying are changes, I haven't played Persona 5. And I imagine a lot of these improvements are things that were in 5. So I apologise if I'm sort of pointing out the obvious a lot of the time. But like I say earlier, I don't really play new games that often. So when I see all these fancy new features and that, to me, a lot of the time it is genuinely new stuff.
Oh, he's back.
So, this is our new guest. Good evening. My name is Shuji Ikutsuki. I'm the chairman of the board for your school.
He sounds a bit deeper than I remember him.
Hard to say, isn't it?
Oh, he's gonna voice act all these puns, isn't he?
Even I get tongue-tied sometimes.
God bless that actor. I'm minding my biz, so I'm minding my own biz, was that?
But it may take a bit longer before you receive the proper room assignment.
I don't mind staying here with the girls. It's fine. Let's see. The other night I saw...
You saw... something strange? Like what?
This is gonna become a problem. We're gonna have to do a load of shit on it. I heard that little sigh from Yukari there.
Any other questions?
Why are you here?
To welcome you, of course. You don't mind, do you? Speaking of which, Takeba-kun, have you seen Kirijo-kun by any chance?
She's upstairs.
As
See,
diligent as
in
always,
general,
but it couldn't hurt
I
to
am
come
glad
down
that they
and say
localised
hello.
the honorifics, because like it adds an extra layer that it would kind of miss out if you didn't have that.
There are only
But it is
4
still a little bit
students in
awkward
the
to hear honorifics read out in English.
You, Takeba-kun here, Kirijo-kun, and a third year named Akihiko Sanada-kun. I hope you all get along.
But again, I'd rather have them than not have
Do you
them.
have another question?
So I know there's been a bit of
Here's to a wonderful
controversy
school.
about the localization and some of the changes they've made. I haven't really followed it too closely, but I do know that the Operation Babe Hunt thing got censored in this game, which is a shame. But you know, there's annoying people who have influence over this.
Bookworm.
Yep, he's reading out his bad jokes.
Students? Clever, isn't it?
If you say so, mate. Yeah, there it was. Minding my biz, so mind your own biz.
You'll get used to his lame jokes.
I'm not sure I'll get used to that rhyme though.
Like the chairman said, you should get some rest. Transferring schools is a real pain when you're not used to it. Good night.
I should listen to them and go rest in my room.
Hello there.
Meanwhile, in the NSA headquarters.
He went to bed a little while ago. He's currently fast asleep. Mr. Chairman, do you think he's...
Well, let's wait and see for now. The dark hour is approaching.
I've just realised that given we're a student here staying for the entire year, at one point they are definitely going to ceiling cats on that camera.
What do you think, Mayumi? I mean, I'm cool with it, but if my parents found out...
You don't need to know. Just drop him a text. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
I wish that stuff had been subtitled, because I couldn't make most of it out.
I'm serious. I was scared shitless.
Nice story, though.
That was the Bayside Rockers, brought to you by KJ. And that's all for tonight, folks. Tune in again next week, same time, same place.
It's 2009 and people still have radios.
Just heard was sponsored by Kirajo Electronics, bringing the future to you. The time is now 12 a.m.
Oh, here we go. Well, I guess I'm fucked then.
What the? What's happening to me?
Rip. Effing chat and all that.
He's still sleeping. The dark hour occurs every day at 12 midnight. You could say it's the hidden hour. During this time, an ordinary person transmogrifies into a coffin and is oblivious to all that occurs.
Then he must be...
As you can see, he's retained his human form. He may be asleep, but he's definitely experiencing the dark hour. The only question that remains is whether or not he has the potential. Though, come to think of it, he must. If he didn't, they would have preyed on him by now.
Yeah, we did get a pretty peaceful walk back from the station that night.
In any case, we should continue to monitor him for a few more days.
Yes, sir.
I feel kinda bad, though, spying on him like this.
Does raise more than a handful of ethical questions, let's be honest. There's the theme.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. My name is Igor. I am delighted to make your acquaintance.
I think I've realised what it is that's not making the voice acting click to me as much as the original game. And I feel like it's they're not making the line deliveries hang as much.
This place exists between dream and reality. Mine.
A lot of lines from the original game were very much like, I wouldn't say overplayed, but there was a lot more weight put into the performance, whereas this is a lot more laid back. And that's not necessarily bad, but when you're familiar with the original performance, it does sort of take away from it a little bit, I suppose.
You were destined to hone your unique ability, and you will require my assistance to do so. I only ask one thing abide by your contract and assume full responsibility for the choices you make.
and weasel my way out of it in court in a few years. Gotcha.
Precisely. You are fast asleep in the real world as we speak. This visit of yours is merely a dream.
In the original, Igor is one of those characters that's like the most,
of your own accord,
I guess, big ham kind of delivery, and it's just not landing as well here, I don't feel. Maybe this will all be something I'll get over once I get used to it.
Until we meet
but
again.
That's always going to be a thing when you're playing a remake of a game you're familiar with, that there's going to be a slightly different direction going on. Like, I want to make it clear, I don't blame the actors for this at all. Because at the end of the day, voice actors do what they're told to do. And if they've been instructed to do it as more like, if they're instructed to play it straight more, then that's what they're going to do. But it feels like somewhere along the line, a conscious decision's been made for them to not ham it up as much. Don't sleep in class, okay.
Oh, you think so?
Classic literature today, that means we're stuck with Mr. Nasty Old Coda.
Now, moving on.
I was waiting for him to keep talking. They're doing that where obviously not everything's going to be voiced because it's a huge RPG, but sometimes they voice the start of the lines and then I expect them to just keep talking. But this guy, I remember this guy being kind of an arsehole. I'm feeling sleepy. Because I'm still trying to gain stats, I want to stay awake because that will do wonders for my academics. Now open up your textbooks. I'm not actually going to pay attention to what you're waffling onto, except for this. You youngsters might even call it the bomb. I'm pretty sure that's like 90s, not late 2000s. You people are zoning out. That's not a kid, like, you know, young people talk. That's just something you say. Hey, I got the number go up. Well, not really number go up, but I got a little glow for it. That works for me.
Sup? How's it going? Want to stop somewhere on the way home?
Where could we go? Where?
I don't know. Maybe grab a bite to eat? That's right. You're new around here. No worries. I'll show you. It's just around the corner from here. Let's go. This is Polonia Mall. Whenever I hang out with the guys from school, we end up coming here. There's a karaoke box, an arcade. Oh yeah, you can rent out CDs too. Then there's that club over there. Not that I've ever gone in myself.
Yeah, of course not. It's off to the left here. You can't actually see what he's talking about, but there is a club. You can do shit there later on in the game. It's a fairly memorable place.
Let's check out the CDs first. Oh, whoa, that's new.
I want to win a Jack Frost. Let me have
Let me
it.
show you my mad crane game skills. Ah, damn it! Oh, come on, man. I'm not leaving empty-handed. Dude, I'm gonna look on the side.
How much patience do we have before we just kick the machine?
One more try. Just one more.
I think that's enough Junpei for one day.
Welcome back.
Oh, we're getting scolded for being late. Like, you're not my mother, come on. So, LB will display a map of your current location and shortcuts that will allow you to fast travel. That sounds like it will come in handy. Because one thing I liked about Portable is that because it was just all done in menus, it was very quick to get around. And I'm glad that they're sort of keeping that there. Like, yeah, you couldn't just walk wherever. I'm going to talk to these first, though. No, it's just us students now. Oh, I wanted someone to cook for us. Yeah, it does. I wonder if we can do some of these side quests now. I know they mentioned, it's been mentioned that there are some extra social link type things.
Oh, right.
Like extra conversations you can have with the other characters from the dorm, which is neat. Go up to bed, since that's clearly what it wants us to do. I'm remembering my way around the dorm. Let's get a save in while we're here. Pretty sure now all we can do is make our way to bed, but before we do that, there is something that I haven't had a proper look at yet that I know is going to be wonderful, and that is the menu. Look at that smooth animation we just had, like, it goes away smoothly, it comes in, it's got this watery aesthetic. I don't think there's really much we can do yet, because like we haven't got into combat or anything yet, but we go into system, and it's got all these settings that we're used to. There's a rewind feature that I did briefly see it go over earlier. Given this game has a sort of time management system, I feel like that's a pretty good idea for this kind of game. Because it's the kind of thing that if you wanted to, you could just save scum your way until you get the options you want. But that, I presume, just makes it that little bit more manageable if you don't feel like menuing as much. There's no plans on our calendar, but I know that the calendar does have something to say later on. Okay, let's go to sleep now and hope nobody is watching us like creeps. Yeah, I kind of get the mindset here of like getting more tired because you're in a new area. Obviously, talking to Igor's got part of it as well, but I never went to university, I never went to boarding school or anything like that. So to me, the idea of going away from home to study, that would have been a different world for me. Okay, never mind, we're being creeped on again.
Looks like he's a little worn out. He went to bed without changing out of his uniform.
Okay, that just sounds
nothing's
uncomfortable.
changed since last night.
Very interesting. Even those who have the potential tend to be unstable at first. Memory loss, disorientation. This subject is rather unique. He hasn't exhibited any of the common symptoms.
But we're treating him like a guinea pig.
Oh, don't look at it like that. The two of you are classmates, right?
So that makes it okay.
Consider it an opportunity to have someone your own age here. Besides, we need all the help.
I love how he's just completely danced around her genuine ethical concern here.
True, but still.
Command room speaking. Akihiko, what's wrong?
You're not gonna believe it. This thing is huge. Unfortunately, it's chasing after me right now.
We're getting closer and closer to an absolute Kino moment. When you think of iconic shit from Persona 3, it's this evening sequence that comes to mind.
That's enough observation for now. We need to prepare for combat.
Right. Be careful.
Akihiko!
It looks like he's been shot.
I'm alright. Get ready to be surprised. It'll be here any second.
This is no time to joke around.
Is it one of them, Sanada-kun?
Yeah, but not an ordinary one.
It's a big fucker.
What was that? You've got to be kidding me.
Mr. Chairman, please head for the command room. Takeba, go upstairs and wake him up. Then escape out the back.
But what about you two?
We'll stop it here. You're the one who led it to us, Akihiko, so I'm going to have you fight.
It's not like I asked it to follow me.
Yeah, you were kind of phrasing it as though he was doing that intentionally there.
Okay.
So I guess our current task is just get the fuck out of here. I'm kind of already awake.
There's no time to explain. We have to get out of here now.
Alright. I'll take your word for it.
Hurry! To the first floor! We'll leave through the back. Oh, wait! Take this just in case.
Got the short sword. Okay.
Okay, let's go. Alright, we should be safe now.
Takeba, do you read me?
Yes, I hear you.
Be careful. There appears to be more than one enemy. The primary one's lurking somewhere nearby.
What? Oh, let's pull back.
Maybe that door's not the best option.
It's at the front door. Should we go upstairs for now?
That's not really the best approach going up, because then you have limited options for getting out of there, but I suppose we don't really have much to say. Oh, and it lets us run up there on our own, so let's test out the dash. It had a thing there, I think, yeah. Hold down the right trigger. Let's hurry. I want to test out the run properly, because I've just been walking everywhere here, but it keeps taking control off of me.
It's getting closer. I need to calm down. It's gonna be okay. Getting to safety is our priority now.
Okay, yeah, we can. Let's have a look at the vending machine. Please, can you leave that for later? Before I want to go back to bed. Oh, it lets me go back in my room. Fuck! Like, if I wanted to just get changed to something into the DLC costumes, I could do that. Just gonna go back to bed. I'm completely awake now, never mind. Desk is straightened. Where's my MP3 player? I should go back to where Ikari is. Yeah, I probably should.
Let's go.
I'm surprised it's letting me have control over this here, because in the original game this was just like a automated thing. It just took control of the whole motion.
What was that? Don't tell me it got inside. It's getting closer. Keep moving. Hurry.
Hurry, let's stand here.
Right. If we go out through here, then
And we can go on the roof and not have anywhere to run to.
I've locked the door, so we should be safe for now.
So if it comes up here, we can't just run back into safety. Oh, so much of this sequence is just convenience, but this is gonna be sick, I just know it.
No way.
Yeah, let's have the shot in front of the moon.
That's it. One of the monsters that attacked us. It's a shadow.
I guess he's just not interested in us.
It's here.
Wait.
Go on.
The voice is telling me to shoot myself.
So.
Oh yeah!
I am thou. Thou art I. From the sea of thy soul I come. I am Orpheus, master of strings.
What a cool Orpheus design. I'm marking out right now. I'm loving this shit.
Just as we thought.
There's definitely some shit happening. Man. That was fucking sick. But like, I just want to appreciate for a minute the fact that all of that was in-engine.
Earth was that?
We're at a point now where Atlas's cel-shaded kind of 3D model animation looks so good that they can pull off that kind of animation just using the game engine. Like in the original version in the PS2 game, that had to be like a separate animation it'd load up, like a separate like 2D animation. No, there's more.
No! Get away from me!
Well, I want to fight them. Baby, 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 baby.
Those shadows! Did they break off from that other one?
Okay, so we have the battle system here. We have our options which have just been allocated to the face buttons this time. You don't have to scroll around in a menu, which probably speeds up the process a lot. Let's see, if I go to Persona, if I use my Agi skill, I don't know if they're going to be weak to this or not, but if it is, cool. Yeah, they are weak. Okay, let's use our one more turn and just take out the other one. There we go. Yeah, oh, I finished the battle just as the good bit of mass destruction was kicking in. Yeah, that's enough for one night.
Are you okay? Oh, come on! Can you hear me? Oh, say something!
It's so good to see you again. You lost consciousness after awakening to your power. Ooh, I see that it was Orpheus who heeded your call. Very interesting. That was the power of Persona, the manifestation of your psyche.
Persona? My psyche? Or I don't understand? I don't understand. I don't know if it's intentional, but now I'm noticing that the chair I'm sitting on, the back of it, is the same kind of shape as Orpheus's harp.
That protects you as
If that's intentional, that's cool. Mask?
The power of a persona is the power of one's soul. and the soul is fueled by the depth of one's bonds. As you form these bonds,
not to distract from the dialogue that's going on here, but look at the detail in that carpet texture. Both on the floor and on the tablecloth. So detailed.
Of your persona abilities. Please remember this. Now then, time marches on in your world. I shouldn't keep you here any longer. Next time we meet, you will come here of your own accord. Until then.
Just now noticing how wide Igor's shoulders are.
Farewell.
Let's fast forward a little bit. I feel someone's presence beside me.
You're awake. How do you feel?
I've been better, gotta say. Where am I?
Thank goodness you finally woke up. Oh, this is Tatsumi Memorial Hospital. It's just a short walk from the station. The doctor couldn't find anything wrong. He said you were just exhausted.
It was a week's worth of exhaustion.
Hey, I'm sorry I wasn't helpful at all back there. But wow, that power of yours was really something.
What did I do?
That power you used, we call it persona. And those creatures you defeated are shadows, our enemies. We'll explain everything later. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before. I wanted to tell you something. I can kinda relate. To you, I mean.
Go on.
My dad died in an accident when I was little, and my mom and I aren't exactly on good terms. You're all alone too, aren't you? To be honest, I already heard about your past.
How
but
much
it didn't seem fair,
research
so I
have you
wanted
done
you
on
to know
me?
about mine too. This was a while ago, but there was a big explosion in the area. Supposedly, my dad died in the blast, but nobody really knows what happened. At the time, he was working in a lab run by the Kirijo group, so I'm hoping if I stick around long enough, I'll find out more about it. That's why I'm going to Gekukan High, and why I was there when this happened to you. Not that I was much help. I kinda panicked. That was my first time facing them too. Sorry. You wouldn't have to go through all this if I weren't such a coward.
It's not your fault. I'm not gonna show weakness, but I kinda need to be a bit soft for her, you know?
While I was waiting, I thought to myself, I've been hiding so many things from him. As soon as he wakes up, I'll tell him the truth. So thanks for listening. I've been wanting to share that story with someone for a long time.
God bless.
Alright, I'm gonna get going. I'll let the others know you're okay. They said you could leave once you regain consciousness, so I think you're free to go home. See you!
The hospital were actually useful. They weren't keeping you around for a load of bullshit reasons. That's odd. Will you let us do anything cool here, or will you send us to bed every night? Don't worry, I am not going to overdo it at school. I am probably going to just... Well, I won't nod off because I want to get academia stats, but still, you know. I'm just looking at the places that I couldn't get to in Portable now and just soaking it in. Like, the bar was there just sort of in the backdrops during cutscenes, but you couldn't exactly wander over there. Yeah, let's go up to bed since that's clearly what it wants from us. I'm not sure how I feel about that running animation. Maybe it's because I'm running inside that it feels so unnatural, but you know. Yeah, let's go to bed. Yep, given Japanese school system actually have reasonable high standards. We actually have to go to school on Saturday. Aren't you full of energy?
Oh.
I mean... we don't tell him to his face that he's a pain in the arse, that'd be mean.
Jeez.
Now is he gonna assume that we've had a nasty breakup or some shit?
Are you stupid or something?
Are we feeling better? Oh, it didn't give us an option. Full floor, okay, am I gonna have to remember that or is it gonna automatically take me?
It's not like that.
Oh, she means the full floor in the dorm, that makes sense. Just in the back of my mind I was thinking, wait, the school has 4 floors?
And we call it a day.
That's enough about mammoths. I don't see the big deal, they're just huge elephants. I'm tired of these lessons about fossils. Mate, you fucking are one. Oh.
And so...
It is fun when the teachers admit to you that they're kind of bored of what they're meant to be talking about. The people dumped their waste in the German period. What are they called nowadays? I don't know.
Don't look so glum.
It's no use teaching you guys if you're going to get the simplest questions wrong. The correct answer is midden. The word is Scandinavian in origin and means dunghill. Lovely. Yeah. What can we do after school today? I don't know if there is anything in particular.
Hey, wanna walk home together?
Yes.
We live in the same dorm and all, and I've been a little worried. What if you pass out again on the way home?
Yeah, you better hold my
I feel
hand just in
responsible
case.
for that, you know? Let me make it up to you. Come on, let's go.
She is so cute.
Home safe. I'm glad you're feeling okay now. Well, I guess I'll head up first.
Okay,
Like I said this
take the
morning,
bollocking
meet
for
me
whatever
on
we're
the
in trouble
fourth floor.
for, and then
Sharon
I'll
should
come
be
in once
waiting
it's
for
settled
us.
down, if that's alright. What's this? Yeah, I don't remember this. Twilight Fragment. I think that's one of the things you can use in Tartarus. Like, to heal up. I think that's what it is, at least. Okay, let's head up, because that's what they want us to do. And I've got to climb a lot of stairs, so the chairman better have something worthwhile for this, I swear. Oh, you're not in it yet either, okay.
Hey.
Ah, there you are. Looks like you've recovered. I'm glad to see that. There are some things I need to discuss with you. That's why I asked you to see me so soon after your discharge from the hospital. Please, have a seat. Oh, before that, I believe I mentioned his name before, but this is Sanada-kun.
Oh yeah, this is the first time that we're meeting Akihiko face to face, isn't it?
Okay, let me start off by asking you this. Would you believe me if I said that a day consists of more than 24 hours?
I mean, we have experienced that ourselves already. So it's not that there isn't
That's a reasonable reaction.
reaction that's like, yeah, I know.
However, you've already experienced this truth firsthand. Do you remember the night you first arrived here? You had to have noticed the signs. Streetlights going out, things that stopped working, the inexplicable appearance of coffins. With so many things amiss, didn't it feel like you'd stepped into a different time? That's the Dark Hour. A time period hidden between one day and the next.
Hidden? Between? I don't get it. Okay, I feel like these are both going to be the same.
I guess it's more like something people simply aren't cognizant of. But the Dark Hour does exist, and it occurs each night at midnight. It will happen tonight and every night to come.
Normal people don't realize it, since they're all sleeping inside their coffins. But that's not what makes the Dark Hour so interesting.
I like the idea of this situation where I'm guaranteed at least 1 hour's worth of sleep every night. That would be nice.
We call them shadows. They only appear during the Dark Hour, and attack anyone who roams free outside the coffins. It's our job to defeat them.
So that would have been the guy we saw turn into the sludge early on.
Akihiko, why are you always like this? You just got hurt the other day.
Now, he does his work well in any case.
Although it does result in him getting hurt.
We are the Specialized Extracurricular Execution Squad, SEAS for short. On paper, we're classified as a school club, but in reality, this group is dedicated to defeating the Shadows. Mitsuru Kirijo-kun is the leader, and I'm the club advisor.
Who's that over on the photo, over on the top right there? Can't quite make out the
Shadow
face.
feeds on the mind of its prey. The victim becomes a living corpse.
Apathy syndrome. I'm sure you've heard of it. We sometimes refer to those who suffer from this as the lost.
They're responsible for most of the incidents on the news, if not all of them.
What about the police? That's the joke response, I take it.
Unfortunately, the police can't do a thing during the Dark Hour.
Although rare, there are those who can function during the Dark Hour. Some may even awaken to a power that enables them to fight shadows. That's known as persona, the power you called upon the other night. Shadows can only be defeated by persona users. That means you are the only ones who stand a chance against them.
I see. You are throwing a lot on us now, but I do want to get the conversation to move on. Because I want to show a little bit of like proper gameplay in this video before I sign off.
For you. We'd like you to lend us your strength.
Alright.
I was afraid you'd say no. I'm glad to hear you're on board.
Thank you so much. Truly. Oh, I almost forgot. About your room assignment. Why don't you just stay in the room you have now?
Works for me. I know my way there at least.
The holdup is, but I guess it worked out in the end.
That's a laugh, alright.
Hold on. But wasn't that?
I say as though my laugh isn't even worse.
Never mind.
I've joined SEAS to fight the shadows. I hear a voice ringing inside my head.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast established a new bond. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou choosest to create a persona of the Fool Arcana.
Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting that to be voiced. But I'm okay with it being voiced, because it makes these moments that little bit more dramatic. It's all starting to come together.
All for today. I'll follow up with you regarding our club activities later on.
Okay, yeah, we have a terminology list,
for
that's
gathering
useful.
You all here on your precious day off. Tomorrow is Sunday, so take some time to relax. Well then, shall weekend this meeting?
God.
Because it's the weekend?
I'm not sure whether it gets better or worse when he explains it.
Shall weekend?
Christ. It's a shame you don't get to see other character reactions to that.
Hi, how have you been?
How'd you get in here?
I'm always by your side.
Can I go like
Soon,
5 minutes
the
without
end will
someone
come.
watching me one way or another? That
I
would be very
remembered,
nice.
So I thought I should tell you. It's the end of everything. But to be honest, I don't really know much about it. More importantly, it looks like you've awakened to your power. And what an unusual power it is. A power that takes many forms, yet is bound by none. It might even prove to be your salvation, depending on where you end up. Do you remember when we first met? I expect you to honor your commitment.
You kind of put me in an awkward situation where it would be
always
rude to say
watching
no.
you,
Come on.
Even if you forget about me. Okay then. See you later.
Hey, you in there?
So I literally slept all day. Cool.
You are? Could you come downstairs? Sonata Senpai's calling for us.
Oh, I like her casual
So
outfit.
what's this about?
Thanks for coming.
It's
There's
the
someone
thigh
I'd like
highs.
to introduce.
I really like the little dress with the thigh highs.
Hey, hurry up.
Just a sec. God, this thing's freaking heavy.
Of course, it's Junpei.
Junpei? Why are you here? Don't tell me.
This is Junpei Iori from Class 2F. They'll be staying here from now on.
What's up?
He's staying here? Are you sure there wasn't some mistake?
Nah, you're just gonna have to put up with this for the next year or so.
He has the potential, but he just awakened to it recently. I told him about us, and he agreed to help out.
Really? You have the potential?
In some ways, I guess he does.
He found me crying like a baby at the convenience store, surrounded by a bunch of coffins. I don't remember much, but man, that's embarrassing. But he said that's, you know, completely normal in the beginning.
And I believed him and took his word for it.
Remembering anything? Do you guys know that?
Didn't happen to me. Skill issue.
Hey, what's with the tough guy act? You should know about it, since you're a Persona user and all. But man, I still can't believe it. I had no idea you guys had this stuff going on too. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Wouldn't really want to be doing this on my own. But you gotta be stoked too, right? Having me join?
If you say so.
What?
I just can't
I guess.
dislike Junpei's character.
Well, enough with the introductions.
I know he's the one
Now there are
that
forces
some
of
people
increase.
clown on, some people genuinely dislike his character.
about ready.
I like his character and I find him funny.
Ooh, we gotta go do something? Sweetness! I'm getting pumped!
With this many people, we could start checking out that tower.
Oh, you mean Tartarus.
Yes, I heard it's got a bit of a makeover in this game.
It's a place that holds the key to understanding the Dark Hour. Or so we think.
The key.
The chairman will give us more details tomorrow night, so be ready.
So do we just sleep all day another day? Or no, we've actually got to go to school because it's Monday. God damn it. You could say that, Junpei, yeah, I'm sure we are. These Shad enemies, yeah, we're all with that. You seem pretty gung-ho. I don't remember that line being in the original. It might have been, but I don't remember that line being there. Like, I'm getting back into the Persona loop now. These games have such a distinct gameplay cycle to them of like,
I'm about to fall asleep.
day by day time management. We're still like in the early spots because we haven't got to the proper combat yet, but it's starting to sink in.
Come to the room on the 4th floor when you get back to the dorm tonight. I have something to tell you all.
This is going to become a recurring thing, isn't it, Missouri?
Having that talk already?
I'll save the details for later. See you there.
Damn, doesn't waste any time.
She's not like us. She's busy, you know, with the student council or whatever.
Whoa, Yucatan, do I sense some hostility?
But Lying Reed didn't seem too hostile.
It's not that I don't like her, it's just... I don't know.
Mitsuru has that kind of... She's got a bitchy vibe to her without actually being bitchy. It's kind of hard to describe, but I can kind of see why her personality would rub people the wrong way. Yeah, let's make our way back to the dorm, because I believe this is the night where we actually go to Tartarus.
Finally made it. Can't believe the accident delayed our train so much. It's already dark out. Been happening a lot lately, though. People jumping onto the tracks.
Just like real
This
life.
syndrome thing's getting out of control. It's like the whole world's falling apart.
This is the where the fuck are you calling it? Yeah.
Everyone else is there already. You better hurry. Oh man, I'm getting kind of hungry. It's small rocks. So many places to chow down. Plus, they're open late. Speaking of, I heard the ramen joint upstairs has a secret late night menu.
Why are you saying it like that? Maybe next time, yeah. Otherwise we're gonna get even more bollocking than we're already gonna get. Because, you know, sometimes you just know you're gonna be in trouble.
Alright.
Or not, actually. He's surprisingly nice about us holding everyone up.
Let's get right into it.
Now, I'd like your undivided attention. For a long time, Kirijo-kun and Sanada-kun were the only Persona users we had. But that number has recently jumped to 5. So here's the plan. Starting tonight at 12 a.m., I'd like us to finally begin exploring Tartarus.
Yes, we're doing it.
So, I asked this yesterday, but what is that Tartar thing again?
Can you please listen?
It's Tartarus. You seriously haven't seen it, Junpei?
I mean...
It's no surprise you haven't seen it. Tartarus only appears during the dark hour, after all.
Only during the dark hour?
Just like the shadows. Interesting, huh?
The goal of our club, Seize, is to fight those shadows. However, simply defeating shadows during the dark hour isn't enough. We must get to the root of the problem. We need to destroy the dark hour itself.
I just realised it's 420.
I don't really get it. Well, you're saying if we run around Tartarus, we can somehow get rid of the dark hour?
We don't know for certain. Sorry I can't give you a better answer. But investigating the mysteries of that tower is part of our job.
The bottom line is, we need more information. Everything we encounter there will be a vital clue for us.
The exploration of Tartarus is of utmost importance. Consider it our top priority. Our society, while remaining blissfully unaware of the shadows, is slowly but surely succumbing to their influence.
Like, when he puts it like that, it does feel like a bit of a horror trope going on, and there is a little bit of a horror overtone to Persona 3. It's not really intense, but it's there, and I like that.
Heroes of justice will prevail.
It's also the perfect spot for us to train and improve our skills. That place is like a nest of shadows, you know.
Whoa, their nest, huh?
But Senpai, what about your injury?
Akihiko's still recovering from his wounds. He'll accompany us, but won't participate in the exploration.
As much as he'd like to, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Relax. Oh, Junpei's got your backs.
That fills me with so much confidence,
I'm not
I
so
swear.
sure
What about you, Mr. Chairman?
Yeah, are you gonna come fight?
I'll stay here. Not much point anyway, since I can't summon a persona.
God, that blue color grading is beautiful.
We're here? What's going on? Why are we at school?
Just wait and see.
I'm
It's
too distracted
almost
by
there.
the pretty colors, not gonna lie. There we go, there's our basic main dungeon throughout Persona 3. This is Tartarus here.
This is Tartarus, the labyrinth that reveals itself during the dark hour.
Labyrinth? What are you talking about? What happened to our school?
We're going to be spending a lot of
Once
time
the
here,
dark
so
hour
get used to
passes,
it.
Everything will return to normal.
This is the nest you were talking about? But why? Why'd our school turn into a giant tower? You don't know either?
No.
I'm sure it's complicated.
If we don't know, we'll just have to find out. Mitsuru and I have only gone in to take a peek. This will be our first time exploring it. Exciting, huh? There's gotta be something in there. Hopefully some sort of clue about the Dark Hour.
Akihiko, I respect your enthusiasm, but you won't be exploring it today.
Oh, don't remind me.
No.
Just exactly why he's saying that. In any case, we decide to enter the tower. This ground floor here looks exactly how I
just as
remember it,
crazy
and
on
I'm
the
glad
inside.
about that.
Sure is creepy, though.
This is only the entrance. The labyrinth lies beyond the doorway at the top of these stairs.
First, you need to get a feel for the place. Why don't the three of you go have a look around?
What? By ourselves?
We're not asking you to go very far. I'll help you navigate by feeding you information from here.
We'll also need to appoint a leader to make any necessary decisions.
A leader? Like, the captain of a pirate ship?
I guess so.
And me, pick me!
You're in charge.
Owned.
Wait, why him? He doesn't look like a captain.
That's exactly why.
It's raining already.
Wait, seriously?
That's true too, but the main reason is far more simple.
Yeah, the simple reason is we're not Junpei.
And you too, Takeba. Can either of you summon your persona without difficulty like he can?
Yeah, of course I can.
Me too.
These are shadows we're talking about. Without your persona, you're screwed.
I'm aware of that.
Alright, let's head inside. Are you ready, leader?
If you could keep calling me that in front of Junpei, I'll be very happy.
That's the spirit.
Velvet key in my hand is shining. So this is
What's
one
the
of the
matter?
spots where you can get into the Velvet Room whenever you want to. Unfortunately though, they can't see that door, so they think we're going fucking mental.
I've been waiting for you. The time has come for you to wield your power. The tower that you are about to venture into. How did it come to be? For what purpose does it exist? Regrettably, you are not yet capable of answering these questions. That is why you must be made aware of something before you go any further. You must understand the nature of your power.
The nature of my power.
Your power is unique. It is like the number 0. Empty, but at the same time, holding infinite possibilities.
I feel like the old Igor VA would have lifted the pitch of his voice at the end of that line rather than lowered it. It's just the little things I'm noticing. I'm trying not to harp on voice acting, but you know, a lot of what we're hearing here is the voice
There
acting.
may be times when they are difficult to grasp, but do not fear. Seize what you have earned. Your power will grow accordingly. Be sure to keep that in mind. Now then, my spare time will soon be scarce. Next time, once again, may you open the door and come here of your own accord. I'll tell you then about my true role, the manner in which I can best assist you. Until we meet again, farewell.
So we probably won't be getting to it in this video, but essentially the Velvet Room serves as like a hub for your personas, so you can switch personas from the compendium, you can like fuse personas together. It's just generally a useful place to go back to. You can get side quests there as well, which is neat.
Man, are you loco?
They don't seem to see the door, no shit.
Have you been nodding off? You seem kinda out of it.
Remember, this guy's our leader.
You're supposed to be our leader. Get your head in the game.
We'll be following you. Come on, let's go.
Leader.
The entrance to the labyrinth is at the top of the stairs. Whenever you feel ready to start, lead the way. Let's see what everyone has to say here. Yep, it's telling us about the menus. I know, I get it. You can save at locations where you change your party. However, you cannot save on the floor you're currently exploring. You can save from the menu or by pressing start. Okay. So this is Tartarus. What the fuck is Junpei doing?
Hell yeah!
Yeah, okay, buddy. Hey. Yeah, I'll back them up the best I can, but remember, my battle experience is one battle where I beat 2 guys. Now the clock here, I'm pretty sure that's what that Twilight fragment thing we picked up earlier was for. Because it used to be that you could pay to heal yourself at the clock in Portable, but I think they've changed that in this version. Now, one thing I do know is that although Tartarus looks much more interesting here already, it's still procedurally generated. So, I'm not expecting the most amazing dungeon design ever, given it's done by a bot, but we'll see how it plays.
Is that you, Senpai?
I'll be providing audio backup from here on out. Keep that in mind.
Wait, are you saying you can see this place from all the way out there?
It's my persona's ability. The structure of Tartarus actually changes from day to day. I'd like to join you up there, but we need someone to provide outside support.
That's even more concerning.
Now, based on your current location, you can expect to encounter enemies at any time. This shouldn't be too tough, but proceed with caution. You'll get the hang of it as you go.
Right.
is she always like that?
She can probably still hear you. Oh, but yeah, let's get into Taurus proper. I take it we're gonna get some tutorial
all
here.
the shadows on that floor.
All of
I'll
them?
support you
Okay.
as much as I can, but it's up to you to learn something out there.
Oh, there's an auto recover, but before we do that, let's have a look at our stats, see what we got going on here. All at level 1, we can check this out. Next level in 4 experience, okay? Our persona is Orpheus, as we established. He currently just has the Agi spell, doesn't have anything else. He doesn't get Dire until level 3. I'm probably mispronouncing all of these. We have Yukari of the Lover's Arcana. She has Sona here. She has Garu and Daya, so she's going to be our healer, and she also has wind attacks. And we have Junpei of the Magician Arcana. Let's have a look at his persona here, Hermes. He is a physical attacker. He has Power Slash. None of this is really different. They all just have the same specialties as before. But let's get on with it and find ourselves some things to beat up.
Hold on. There's a shadow up ahead.
It has glowing red eyes, which I'm not used to.
This is the first real battle for Takeba and Iori. Proceed with caution.
Alright, let's do this.
Alright, let's start by going over how to attack shadows. When faced with an enemy, you have 2 primary options for fending them off. The first option is to use your equipped weapon.
I gotcha.
The second option is to use your persona. But remember, every persona has its own strengths and weaknesses. Knowing how personas work will be crucial. Try summoning yours right now.
So you can choose whether to use an attack or a skill on your enemies. Got it, got it, got it. It is a mostly self-explanatory turn-based thing. Let's see whether our fire skill does anything to the Mustering Tiara. I will admit that with SMT demons or shadows here, I tend to not be that great at remembering their weaknesses. It's not like, say, Pokemon where there's a consistent type chart. It is like each particular enemy has its own strengths and weaknesses. So you do have to just sort of remember each one. But yeah, we leveled up. We're at level 2 now. We want to level up a little bit more and then we can get that healing spell.
Oh yeah! How'd you like my persona ability?
Yeah, it was cool, I suppose.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Well done, Iori. Considering it was your first battle, you did well. Takeba too. You'll be fine. Don't be afraid to show what you can do.
Got it.
Good. Let's continue exploring.
Let's see, there must be some more of these fuckers we can beat up. Yep, right here. Is it gonna let us try to get a preemptive attack?
Let's get you more accustomed to combat. The battle's about to begin. Everyone, stay focused.
Okay, we've got multiple enemies now. We know that them ones on the floor there are weak to the fire attack, so we can work that to our advantage.
That they have low resistance to. Targeting weaknesses is one of the best ways to deal damage.
Yeah, that's what she's explaining here,
Not
basically.
only that, it can also knock enemies down. Knocking down an enemy creates an opening, letting you continue your offense.
Weaknesses, huh? Done. I'll show you how it's done.
Wait! Let me handle this one.
Can you stop bickering, please? I have the fire attack.
And pull the trigger. I can do this.
Okay, so that's just showing us that that thing there is weak to wind.
That's it, Takeba. You give it a try as well.
Maybe it is sort of over-explaining a little bit here, because I could kind of figure that out myself, but also I realised that Persona has a much more casual audience than when the original game came out, so I sort of get it. Right there, we got the weakness, so now gonna get one more hit in.
Finish off the rest.
And since we've got plenty of SP, we can use a spell again. We Yeah, I'm fucking cool. Okay, those two got the level up there, even though Junpei literally did nothing.
I did it!
I wonder when it's going to give us control of the other characters, because I know that's something else that has changed since the PS2 game, at least.
Totally. I can take my eyes off you.
Same.
Can you try not
Oh shit.
Great. Looks like everyone's gotten used to handling their personas. Leader, take note of each member's strengths and conduct the battle accordingly. I can still sense some enemies around. Let's move on.
So I know with 3 Portable and 4, you had to manually switch to having the party control, but let's see, is there a config setting for that? It might just be automatic, it might be because that was the tutorials, but I might as well have a little look. Not seeing anything, so I'll keep going and see what happens. There's going to be more to fight, I'm sure. Oh, what's this, an item?
Hey, found some kind of boxy looking thing.
It's one of those boxy looking boxes.
Yes, boxes like those seem to be scattered all throughout Tartarus. Sometimes they contain useful items for battle. Seek them out as often as you can.
Oh, sweet! So they're basically like treasure chests. Hell yeah! Let's bust it open and see what's inside.
See, like, this is a completely unnecessary tutorial. Like, look, we can open treasure chests. That's kind of self-explanatory now, come on.
To decide how to use it.
So, yep, you standard RPG stuff, you kind of know what to expect here. Nothing that I've got to worry about, except I'll try not to walk into a wall, that would be nice.
Hey.
I mean, it could be funny if we were in our classroom, I suppose, although I'm not sure how you would kind of... I don't know how you would get the direct comparison, seeing as, like, the old building disappeared and this one spawned out of the ground.
Like they haven't noticed you yet. Now's your chance.
Okay, let's try and get a sneak up attack.
Make sure you stay out of their field of vision.
Let's see. You can swing your sword by pressing X while exploring to slash an enemy. Doing so will start combat. Okay, a chance encounter, that's what they're calling it in this one, okay. So, I wonder if we get a different song if we pull this off. We got a new animation at least, and that looks sick!
Next, I'm going to explain a tactic for defeating several enemies at once. First, go ahead and strike an enemy's weakness.
Yeah, we've got more upbeat theme that's kicking in here.
Enemy weaknesses you've identified. If you ever forget an enemy's affinities, just let me know and I'll get that data for you.
Okay, so you press LB to get the affinities. Yeah, this is basically SMT as you know it. So, I kind of get it, but I'll probably forget which of these things is which. So there we go, that's just showing us that we have confirmed that it's weak to fire, but we haven't tried striking it with anything else, so we have no way of knowing about its other potential weaknesses and resistances. But since I have fire, I don't need to worry about that. Okay, so he's knocked down.
That's when you perform an all-out attack.
Oh, I wonder what the all-out attack animation's gonna look like.
It's a maneuver that engages the entire.
Because that was really stylish in the PS2 versions,
all
even.
enemies have been knocked down. Naturally, the enemy has no way of defending against this. It's one of the most reliable means of attack.
Whoa! That sounds so badass! Let's give it a try right now!
Okay, so what we got to do, in order to get the all-out attack, we have to get all of the enemies that are on the field knocked down. So in that sort of, with the stars around them state. And then once we do that, we get to do one last big attack.
It's time for a full assault.
It's time for an all-out attack! Go on! Yes! So, after a battle is won, shuffle time may occur. During shuffle time, different types of cards will form by the possibilities within your soul will appear. You can choose one of these cards. Each type of card has a different effect. Persona, acquiring new persona. Wand increases experience. Cup activates battle support effects. Sword is a skill card, coin is money. Okay, got it. So this, they've changed this a little bit because it used to literally just be a like shuffle. Like you wouldn't know which one you're getting, you just have to time it to get a good one. Whereas here, it seems like it's doing the Persona 4 Golden kind of approach where you can just pick it. And we're at level 3, which means we have our Dire skill. So, a few skills and affinity. That's fire, that's health, that makes sense.
How'd you like our all-out combo attack, you filthy shadows?
When I saw my opening, it's like my body just knew what to do.
That was magnificent teamwork. It's hard to believe it's your first time. As you grasp the flow of battle, you'll learn to coordinate with each other seamlessly. Let's apply what we've learned so far and continue exploring.
Alright, so are you going to let us off the lead to play the game a little bit? Or are we going to be more tutorial? Because like, so far that's been my only real complaint. The fact that it just keeps stopping us in our first bit of gameplay here.
Try not to alert the enemy as you move.
Never mind, I alerted it, I don't care.
I'll continue providing support, but this time, go ahead and
Finally, you're letting us play.
You, my boy, are able to possess multiple personas, and some.
Oh, so now it's going to give us a tutorial for switching to the other persona that we've got. I can feel new potential within myself. Yeah, okay. The sub-menu, press LB or RB to change personas. That's nice, because you used to have to go into a separate menu for that. If we go to that, then we can switch between Orpheus and Apsaras, the new one. I haven't looked, so that's Bufu, which is ice attacks. So let's use an ice attack on this guy here. And they are weak to ice. Just set up nicely for us. So let's do what we learnt last time and get another all-out attack going.
This is our chance. Let's wipe them out.
So I know the all-out attacks aren't always the ideal way of attacking when you get later on in the game and you get more skills to your arsenal. But in early game, it is quite useful from what I remember, assuming they haven't changed stuff here. So we get coins, swords, cups, or wands. I think I'm going to go for the experience boost. So I remember that being the one I went for most of the time when I was playing Portable. Now, Mitsuru, can you please let me play the goddamn fucking game? He's starting to test my patience a little bit.
Well, it looks like he has the ability to summon different personas.
Yeah, we are the wild card, as Igor said to us.
Now we know for sure. All right.
Yeah, there's a device that will teleport us back. Look around for it. Should be some stairs nearby. You can't approve any more exploration. We've just proven that we can fight and we can do all your tutorials. But I guess they want to break it in slowly. I get it. So there's going to be a teleporter we need to find.
Hey, I found some stairs.
Wait, we're looking for the teleporter, aren't we?
Exactly what Takeba said. Please prioritize getting back.
Oh, you guys hate fun. Alright, let's find the teleporter. Probably just off to the side here. There's a chest there. Is this going to be a mimic?
That treasure chest looks different from the one before.
Yes, that particular box is sealed in a special way. The box can be unlocked by its own mechanism, but it needs something else to work during the dark hour.
Twilight Fragment. Oh, so the Twilight Fragments are what open these special boxes.
What's that you got there?
That checks out.
I wonder.
We quite clearly do. Is this going to be something good? Because this wasn't in the original game from what I remember. Like, there were locked chests that you used keys for, but this Twilight Fragment system seems new. we got a snuff soul.
Not bad.
So they're the items that restore your SP, which you will need to be conscious of later on, because the skill attacks, like the elemental ones, are the ones that do use up your SP. You can still use the physical attacks if you run out of SP, but you know, that's not the ideal way of battling.
Looks like you found a teleporter. Now use it to return to the entrance.
If you say so.
Welcome back. So, how was it?
Would have been more fun if you didn't keep nagging us, but like I've brought that up and I don't want to dwell on that because I feel like I've made my point now, but it does show the difference in game design between the original PS2 game and game design now. And I don't really even blame the devs for this, because like I realise that there is a different audience now. There are more people who may well be... They might have less patience for not knowing what to do compared to the PS2 era, but...
It's like I'm having trouble breathing.
I feel like any tutorial for something like this should have an option to speed past the
You'll
tutorial.
become fatigued more easily.
It's a turn-based combat-driven RPG.
I have to
You
say,
play
though,
one, you sort
I'm
of get the
surprised.
basics
You
from
all did much better than
one
I
to the
expected.
next.
At this rate, they'll catch up to you in no time, Akihiko.
But yeah, they were talking about being tired. That's something else that was in the PS2 games. There was a fatigue system. Thankfully, that's not a gameplay element anymore. Like, it wasn't in Portable, but it's also not here, so... You know, that's definitely an improvement, I would say, because it's like time management as a gameplay mechanic in itself is a good thing. But when there's too many different things to weigh up, all it does is it means there's more stuff you're gonna miss, rather than just like more opportunity to be strategic about your timing. But yeah, am I able to save here? Yes, I am. I'm gonna save here, and I think this is probably a good time for me to wrap up this video with my, well, not really final thoughts, because like I'm 2 hours into the game, but I'm very impressed with what I've seen. This is like the opening portion of the game that sort of leads you into what Persona 3 has to offer. Let me go over with a gang here, so I'm not just awkwardly standing here on my own. But yeah, I'm impressed with what I've seen. The only real problem was the tutorial being a bit heavy-handed, but even then, like, I've done the tutorial now, so when I carry on playing, I'm not going to have to worry about that anymore. As for just the presentation, like, the presentation is absolutely gorgeous. I know everyone sort of talked about how Persona 5 was absolutely beautiful when that first came out, and that was on the PS3 and PS4, and that game, everything I've seen of it looks great, but this, like, having those beautiful visuals with this sort of slightly cel-shaded look with the edge gloss around all the character models and that, the environments being as detailed but, you know, stylized as they are, is a stunning game to look at. The remixes sound good, but they're going to take a bit of getting used to, but that is literally just because I know the Persona 3 soundtrack so well. I feel like there's a slightly different musical direction that still kind of... It's faithful while bringing a new vibe to it. Like this song here we're hearing here, I'm not sure if this is a remix because it sounds so close to what I remember, but stuff like the dorm theme, the school theme, the vocals are obviously new in those, and I think the lyrics are different as well, though I will admit I haven't paid much attention to a lot of the rap lyrics. Junpei is still awkwardly swinging his arms around. I know now that he's like doing the air sword practice, but it kind of looks like he's swinging a golf club. But yeah, I feel like this is very promising. I feel like what I'm going to do is, I'm going to play more of this, obviously. I can see myself playing this through till I beat it. I feel like I'm going to cover this on my FC Playthroughs channel. maybe once I've wrapped up Superstar Saga, maybe I'll run it alongside it, even though I've got a handful of different things going, but you know, I'm really liking what I'm seeing, so I might prioritise that as my next gameplay project for FC playthroughs, just the gameplay of it. But I'm putting a lot on my plate right now. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I've been the Flameclaw. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time for another FlameHisWorld video. Bye bye for now.